Get ready, not in a fearful way, but in a reverent one. The cosmic gears have already started turning, and the momentum cannot be reversed. The sun is shifting into Gemini, and with it comes an unrelenting wave of energy that will not ask for permission to enter your life. Whether you've been preparing or not, the energetic field around you is shifting, accelerating, recalibrating, and the vibration of thought, speech, and intention is beginning to pulse at a much higher frequency. You're not being invited to this transformation, you're being swept into it. This isn't a warning, it's a sacred notification. What's about to unfold is too potent to ignore. This is more than an astrological movement, it's an energetic convergence. Think of it as a cosmic software update. Conversations that once seemed ordinary are beginning to carry new depth. Thoughts are no longer isolated flickers, they're becoming frequencies, transmitting realities. Gemini isn't here to ease you into this. It arrives like a gust of wind, lifting everything loose and showing you what's truly anchored in your life. You don't have to be a Gemini to feel this. The sun doesn't ask for your sign before it radiates. If you're spiritually awake, or even just slightly curious, you're going to feel the pulse. The question is, will you tune in or drown in the static? 2. Tugging at the threads of your reality. As the solar currents begin to funnel into Gemini's airbound domain, you'll feel something invisible but undeniable pulling at your consciousness. You may not have words for it yet, but it's real. It's like the reality you've been walking through is suddenly pliable, stretchable, ready to be rewritten. This sign rules over duality, information, and perception, and when the sun lights it up, your personal reality starts to shimmer with new possibilities. Gemini doesn't demand change. It creates contrast so you can no longer ignore the places in your life where transformation is overdue. You may begin to feel like you're living in between worlds. One part of you clings to the structure of logic and routine, while the other flutters toward dreams, symbols, and intuitive downloads. Conversations may feel more layered, ideas more expansive, and your inner voice louder than usual. Pay attention to that voice. It might carry the blueprint of what's coming next. If you've noticed more restlessness, strange timing, or mental surges lately, it's not just stress, it's your soul responding to a multidimensional wake-up call. This is how Gemini works, by illuminating the unseen threads between everything and everyone. 3. A call to the spiritually attuned. For those of you who walk this earth with open hearts and expanded minds, those who feel subtle shifts in the cosmos, this moment is especially important. When energy accelerates at this pace, those attuned to frequency feel the tremors first. The call won't always come in the form of thunder. It may arrive as an inner knowing, a soft pull toward the unknown. If you've been sensing something building, you're not imagining it. You're tapping into the energetic undercurrent of the Gemini solar shift. And that current is rising like a tide. Now is the time to speak up. Share what you're sensing. Comment with what's been awakening inside you, even if it feels strange or unformed. If you've been repeatedly seeing numbers like 144, say so. That single line of text might be the sign someone else is waiting to see. Energetic connections are forming faster than ever, and your experience may be the very bridge that helps another soul cross into their own awareness. This is how energy works now, not in isolation but in synchrony. One spark can ignite a wildfire of awakening. 4. If life feels chaotic, here's why. If your reality has started to unravel, if plans are breaking down, emotions are flaring, or things just don't seem to make linear sense anymore, don't panic. What looks like chaos on the surface may be a divine pattern unfolding in secret. Gemini thrives in disorder, not to break you, but to rearrange you. There's a sacred intelligence behind this disruption. What's falling apart might not be punishment, it might be spiritual preparation. It's clearing the bandwidth so you can receive what's coming next. The messiness you're experiencing isn't random. In fact, it may be the most precise part of your journey. When timelines bend and old versions of you begin to shed, it doesn't always feel graceful. But that's the nature of metamorphosis. What if the confusion you're navigating is actually a corridor to your clarity? Keep going. Trust that what seems broken is not the end. It's the beginning of a more aligned life that your soul has secretly been asking for. 5. The mirrored reality of Gemini, seeing doubles. Don't be surprised if you start encountering duplicates in your daily life. Two people saying the same thing at the same time, repeating numbers flashing on clocks, or uncanny coincidences lining up back to back. This is Gemini's fingerprint: duplication, duality, and divine repetition. The sign of the twins doesn't just symbolize balance, it symbolizes reflection. And when the sun moves through it, you'll begin to notice that life is echoing itself more than ever before. These doubles aren't random. They're signs from the quantum realm that timelines are twisting and converging. That feeling of déjà vu followed by a second one moments later? That's your higher self catching up with an alternate version of you. Pay attention to mirrored events, recurring dreams, or conversations that feel oddly familiar. The universe isn't just speaking, it's syncing. And when the fabric of reality starts to reflect itself, something magical is always on the verge of happening. 6. Gemini speaks in echoes and symbols. This season isn't about hearing loud answers, it's about tuning into subtle ones. Gemini speaks in metaphors, symbols, echoes. What may seem like a strange coincidence could be a powerful message. The second time you hear something, the second glance you take, the repeated thought that won't leave you, that's not just your mind. That's a spiritual tap on the shoulder from something bigger. Gemini speaks not in paragraphs, but in poetic codes. We often expect clarity to shout, but under Gemini's influence, clarity whispers. This is the time to observe patterns, not just events. That typo in your text? That slip of the tongue? That song playing at the exact moment you think of someone? Those aren't glitches. They're downloads. Everything is a clue if you look with spiritual eyes. In Gemini season, the veil between thought and manifestation is razor thin. What you perceive can become what you create. So tune in. What seems insignificant may be the key to your next quantum leap. 7. Instant knowing, the download phenomenon. You might be brushing your teeth or pouring coffee when it hits you, a sudden and absolute knowing. Not a thought. Not a theory. The truth. This is the Gemini download. When the sun activates this mutable air sign, your mind becomes a conduit for higher wisdom. Insights arrive not through logic but through intuition, and they come fast. 1 second you're grounded in the mundane, and the next, your soul is delivering a message that changes everything. These flashes of clarity aren't fantasies. They're awakenings. You may suddenly know what someone's hiding without them saying a word. You may sense what's coming days before it arrives. Don't brush these moments off. They are spiritual downloads disguised as casual thoughts. The mind isn't imagining them, it's receiving them. And in this window of time, those who listen will leap forward in ways others can't comprehend. 8. Catch it or miss it, the fleeting genius of Gemini. But here's the catch, Gemini doesn't wait. These moments of cosmic clarity are like wind-blown seeds. You either catch them or they vanish. The ideas, the visions, the downloads, they arrive with precision and disappear just as quickly. If you don't write it down, speak it aloud, or anchor it somehow, it may be lost to the ether. This isn't a test of memory. It's a test of attention. Gemini isn't slow or sentimental. It's fast, curious, and restless. The genius-level ideas you receive under this energy won't return if ignored. So keep a journal close. Record your thoughts as they come. Even if they don't make sense yet, they might later. This is the nature of air energy. It carries lightning in whispers. And if you're not listening, you'll miss the brilliance before it even touches ground. 9. You're not going crazy, you're being upgraded. If your mind feels like it's racing, your thoughts spinning faster than usual, or your dreams becoming more vivid and strange, pause before assuming you're overwhelmed. You're not losing control, you're undergoing a cognitive upgrade. The sun in Gemini activates the mental plane, and for those who are sensitive to energy, it can feel like your brain is downloading data from a higher source. You might feel overstimulated, emotionally stretched, or flooded with ideas. But this is not dysfunction, it's recalibration. Your nervous system is syncing with a new frequency. You may feel hyper-aware, like your senses are sharper or your inner voice is louder. That's not anxiety, it's alignment. The very structure of how you process reality is being fine-tuned. Gemini doesn't just ask for your attention, it upgrades your perception. And while it may feel disorienting at first, trust that your soul knows how to navigate this. Your intuition is being fine-tuned to pick up on messages the old you would have missed entirely. 10. Say it, share it, write it. Don't let the wisdom die. When this energy flows through you, it's your job to express it. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, which means these downloads aren't meant to stay hidden in your mind. They must be spoken, written, painted, whispered, screamed, anything but silenced. If you don't externalize the frequency, it can turn into inner pressure. What you're feeling isn't just inspiration, it's a divine instruction. That sentence that drops into your heart? It may be a message for thousands. That idea you think is too strange? It could be a lifeline for someone else. In Gemini season, you are not just a receiver, you are a transmitter. Say what needs to be said. Share your visions. Write the post. Sing the song. This is how the energetic portal works. It gives only what you're willing to circulate. The more you speak your truth, the more truth finds you. 11. The portal is open, but it's not forever. This is a divine window, and windows don't stay open forever. The Gemini Sun portal is a sacred invitation to connect with new thought streams, higher realms, and accelerated timelines. But you have to engage with it. Don't sleep through this cosmic season. Don't let the downloads come and go while you cling to what's familiar. This is your chance to step into a higher octave of your potential. This is not just about astrology. It's about alignment. When celestial energies shift like this, they create ripples across the quantum field. If you act during this opening, you'll feel time speed up in your favor. But if you ignore the signs, the moment will pass and the window will close, perhaps taking the opportunity with it. The portal is open now. Step through it with intention. This isn't just a change in the stars, it's a summons for your soul. 12. You don't have to understand it to trust it. One of the great challenges of Gemini season is overthinking. The sign thrives on curiosity, but if you're not grounded, it can lead you into mental loops that never end. Don't fall into the trap of trying to understand everything. Some energies aren't meant to be decoded, they're meant to be felt. The downloads you receive, the signs you see, the visions that appear, they may not make logical sense, but that doesn't make them less real. Faith isn't always a matter of belief, it's a matter of reception. You don't need to map every synchronicity or analyze every impulse. Sometimes the most powerful transformations begin with surrender. Trust the nudges. Follow the sparks. Take the leap even if your mind can't trace the steps. Gemini teaches us that the intellect is a tool, not the master. Let your soul lead. Let wonder outweigh logic. Magic is real, and it's often wearing the mask of mystery. 13. You were meant to feel this. This portal wasn't designed for someone else. It's not for the chosen few, the perfectly spiritual, or the astrologically obsessed. It's for you. If your eyes landed on this message, if something inside you stirred as you read it, then this was meant for you. Your awareness is not a coincidence. You felt the rumblings because you were built to ride the wave, not to be crushed by it. Your sensitivity is your superpower. Your curiosity is your compass. Gemini season doesn't care about credentials, it cares about connection. It's here to awaken something ancient within you. Something that remembers how to fly without wings, speak without words, and dream beyond reason. You didn't come here to blend in. You came to channel something extraordinary through your very ordinary human form. So feel it. Honor it. This energy didn't land in your life by accident. It arrived on purpose for your evolution. 14. Final transmission. The mind is the bridge. The heart is the gateway. Let this be your final reminder as the Gemini sun takes full effect. Your mind is a bridge, not the destination. It's the conductor through which divine thought flows, but your heart is the power source. Gemini gives you the data, but your soul gives it direction. Don't let this season become a spiral of mental overload. Ground your thoughts in purpose. Anchor your insights in action. Balance intellect with intuition. Let your heart filter what your mind receives. When both are aligned, magic happens. That's when thoughts turn into miracles, and words become portals. That's when synchronicities multiply, and reality bends in your favor. The Gemini portal is open. The downloads are coming fast. You're receive, express, align. You are not here to observe the shift. You are the shift.